It is a growing problem across our oceans. The Ocean Conservancy organization reports that more than 17,000 pounds of plastic enters our ocean every year. This dangerous material can be deadly for our marine life and birds that are mistaking it for food. And one culprit that is seen floating in the depths of our waters is those plastic six-pack beer rings. So one brewery is taking a stance against plastic and making eco-friendly six-pack beer ring holders.
So as part of our Green Week series here on AMHQ, we're joined this morning by Dustin Jeffers. He's the head of operations and co-founder of Saltwater Brewery. Good morning to you. Good to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
We have some samples of your wonderful work as well. So first of all, come up with the idea. How did you even decide to make eco-friendly beer ring holders?
So we worked with another company called We Believers and worked together to figure out a way to reduce plastic. We're all surfer, fishermen, boaters, so we saw firsthand the problem of plastic in the ocean. So when you make beer, you have spent grain. It's one of our end items that we have to get rid of. So we used to give it to farmers. They use it as feed for their cattle. And because it's fibrous, it's able to be bonded together and hold together a six-pack pretty well. So it kind of blew up from there.
Yeah, I mean, so it works really well. I can pick this up really easily. So how is the process behind making these? How does it work?
So every time you make beer, the sugar source for beer is spent grain or malted barley. We pull the sugar out of there. We have our wort that we then boil and ferment. And we have left over all this grain. It's kind of like very dry oatmeal at that point. There's not a lot of flavor to it. So we pull that out, and that's what's made to use the rings. So it's bonded together, and it forms a pretty sturdy seal.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you mentioned marine life, the fact that it's safe for animals, but what about humans?
Yes, I've eaten one. We do stress that people don't give it to animals or eat it themselves because it's kind of like giving your kid Sour Patch Kids instead of Legos. It's not necessarily harmful for them, but it's not part of their everyday diet. It's not nutritious to them. So we still want people to throw them out, compost them, kind of treat them like any other byproduct. But if something does happen, we've all been there, something's flew off the boat, you've dropped something, it's not going to be harmful to them. And that was kind of our main goal. Better alternative than plastic.
A better alternative.
Absolutely.
Are there any other eco-friendly products you're going to work on now that you've done this?
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely been approached with a bunch of different stuff. So E6PR is making all the rings for us. This whole thing blew up at a bigger scale than we ever thought it could. So they're helping out with that, and we've been talking about doing a bunch of other stuff as well.
I love it. Jen and I may taste the beer, maybe not so much the holder, but we should try it.
I'm actually really curious about the holder, too. But we love the names of your beer, Sea Cow, and you've got Scream in the Reels. I have to ask about your logo. Where did that come from?
Yes. Yeah, so we started Saltwater, and we named ourselves Saltwater because, like I said, we're all fishermen, boaters, surfers. It's what we care about. So our mission statement when we first started the brewery was to give back to environmental organizations, charities, and we thought a good way to do that was to give people beer. So draw them into the tasting room, have people do talks, you get a pint. When they have their stuff outside, they have their galas, any kind of charity events they do, we can provide the beer for them. That's cool. One cost they don't have to worry about. They can sell it, get charity money that way.
Awesome.
So it's all part of our mission statement and
I love it.
tied together.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Really good job. Dustin Jeffers, head of operations and co-founder of Saltwater Brewery.
Well, cheers after the show.
Cheers.